Welcome everyone, Costini here with Emperor Karl Franz and how to dominate in this campaign. Not just win, but completely obliterate everyone that stands in your path. Be warned, there's a good amount of cheese incoming in this particular video. And I have to give credit to Mercy the Mad for making a guide that's going to serve as the basis for this one. So, first things first, we're going to want to get military access and trade agreement with Taliban. We're also going to want to go declare war on Catherine's initial enemy for the sake of a trade agreement. And that will be all for the moment, with the exception of, getting this trade agreement with dwarves. Make sure you get those trade agreements sorted out. It's going to help you a good amount. In terms of research, what we want to pick is either a warrior priest for the sake of capacity and casualty replenishment, or an engineer. Now, given the design of the Empire, I do believe that the clergy of Sigmar is more useful, though there is an argument to be made in favor of witch hunters. All the same. Now, here, we're going to want to recruit a noble. Now, nobles can be arch-lecturers, master engineers, and generals of the Empire. You may have to start the campaign over and over and over again until you get this. It would be especially useful if it is a master engineer, but you can start a campaign numerous times over. Now, you can't really use the save load character system for the sake of this, because what you want is you want to build Altdorf to tier 2 in 2 turns. Because by default, it is going to take 3 turns. But you want to do it faster. So for that, enter the noble, who reduces build time by a quarter. So now, we're going to do a couple of other things. We're going to get a master engineer, also a noble. The reason you can't use a noble over here boils down to the fact that it takes 1 turn for the trait to be activated. So, right here, we could actually go for Ubersreich, but I would not necessarily recommend it because there is a pretty decently powerful army over there. And you are certainly gonna, and they will certainly march against you if you do take Ubersreich right there. So instead, we're just gonna go for Grunberg, though you can go for Ubersreich if you want to. Just pick up this element and build a barracks right here. Yes, building a barracks, get some spearmen with shields. They will be useful in this situation. Get Inspiring Presence, Root Marcher. And also go for control and trade tariffs over here. Now, the reason we got a lord over here in Helmgart is because that will allow us to attack Ubersreich on next turn. Now, over here on turn 3, what we're going to do, we're going to take this fellow right here, who does have the noble trait, but I did use the load save character system to recruit him. And we're just going to move him into the Altdorf region, because remember, noble works on a region level. And we want to get warrior priests. We want to get engineer recruitment, we want to get free company militia, all that kind of good stuff. This battle can certainly be a bit tricky, but you can win it. Absolutely, though, a trickier battle than many of them that might be. Still, you do have magic. And any kind of magic will actually serve you well. Don't underestimate, you might think, oh, I got a light wizard, that sucks. It doesn't suck as much as you might think. Believe me on that one. I have learned that one the hard way. So regardless, just fight, win this particular battle. And now we can even get Eilhart to tier 2 faster, but we don't want to. So now we are just gonna build another barracks over here and move on to the next stage of the plan, which is going to be related to dealing with Marienburg. Gain all their money, gain all their power. If you need extra money, just declare war on the scaling for a moment. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. I would not I would hesitate, by the way, to declare war on those beastmen.
Half of the Empire.
And certainly don't declare war on... certainly don't declare war over there.
I'll have your will, and I'll have it done.
On the changeling, because that is actually going to hurt you quite a bit. Anyway, let's see what we can further do. So I'm just gonna skip ahead 2 turns because it's gonna take that long to build this. Next turn I will take this element, and I might be able to trade it to Durfu for Karaknorn. And even if I don't trade it to Durfu for Karaknorn, I have other things I can trade to Durfu to get Karaknorn and all of these elements back. Though one of the things we will want to do here is also get another lord over here to right next to Gurumberg. There's a reason I'm not building them up to a higher tier. Okay, so we're ready for the next stage over here. And what we want to do is trade Durfu these territories one at a time. So Gurumberg, for all of this, just one at a time. And just get, like, you want Karaknorn, really, over here. Or you can leave Oberstrike as it currently is. It's not really important, but just make sure you give him... Eilhart and all that. Like, the goal here is to make sure you increase diplomatic relations with him. So right now we gave him Grunberg, we gave him all that. We can even take Karaknorn. So we got all of this sorted out right here.
The Empire.
And our diplomatic relation is 100. Right here. We can even trade Oberstrike if we wanted to. That's the reason I did not do it. Okay. So now, well, we declare war on Durfu, and we do so... We don't do so for the dwarves, we just do a declaration of war. Now, because Durfu is of a different race... Oh, I kind of screwed that one up. But it doesn't matter. Because he will accept that peace agreement. And we can even get a defensive alliance with him. Or... But importantly, right now, we can just reclaim all of these settlements, get them all back, and you can see that we even have an extra benefit in terms of growth. And we got a bunch of money. Now, we just want to rebuild all of these barracks right here for this particular turn. And just keep recruiting stuff for Karl Franz. We got the engineer ready over here. We got the warrior priest ready over here. Just wait an extra turn and it will all be set. Right here. I'm actually just going to recruit 2 units right here.
What do you require? Pioneer of progress.
And just keep that particular settlement right there.
Ready.
And now, yeah, get the peace agreement with Durfu and get that defensive alliance. Oh, we are cheesing poor Durfu. At least he does get the growth from that. I mean, at least he's getting the forest growth. And I mean, the AI cheats anyway, so who cares, really? But regardless, end this turn, move on to the next, and see what happens. Okay, it is turn 6. In this situation, we can increase our fealty with Stirland or allow Talabheim to expand over there. Or if we had enough money, which we do not in this particular context. Okay, going to get rid of him in here, because we're not going to be able to take that back. We did take a bit of attrition damage. Altdorf is going to be besieged shortly. But now we can go to Marienburg and start our little plan. Kazrak is going to attack Altdorf. So now we can sell him Eilhart, get a bit of money, which we're gonna put to good use. We can use some troops here. So what we're going to do is just pick up some outriders over here and use the call to arms. Actually, we can use call to arms. And no, we can't. Alright, it doesn't matter. In that particular case, we can just sell these elements back and forth, to them. So just sell all of this stuff. You want to establish a good diplomatic relation between yourself and them. So right now we can get Karaz Angaraz, and we do have a barracks over there in Karak Norn. They will value that quite a bit, though maybe not quite enough to give us to give us any of those elements back. But we can give them Helmgart. It isn't going to be important. We want to make sure we have a good, solid diplomatic relation with them going forward.
All right.
And a bunch of money as well. And now we can send them a good portion of our money right here.
Work to do. Yes.
And I could have recruited more units here, but it's fine. Like, they should be able to handle what I'm about to do right here. But just keep selling all of these elements.
Come in peace. Right.
Okay. And just give all the money you have. So now we're in a good position. Now we can declare war on Marienburg. We won't lose fealty because Marienburg is not part of the freaking empire.
Ready. Healing. The nation calls. My calculation.
Is a bit of a tricky one to be sure in some ways, but we can take this settlement back. We can take Grunberg back. I mean, 2 Pistoliers versus this, yeah, winnable. Bit of a tricky one, I admit. Okay, just get that growth back. Right there, and now they should be willing to accept the peace treaty for the sake of, say, Eilhart. And make sure you get all of these agreements with them back again. We want to ensure that our diplomatic relations are improved over here by quite a bit. See, we can get... Yeah, we can trade Grunberg for Helmgart right now. The reason we couldn't do it before is because we... Like the reason we couldn't do it before came down to this particular fact. Okay, so we can get Ubersreich for the sake of all of that. More money, more money, more money. And just keep doing a lot of these trades back and forth until you're like 600 or so diplomatic relations with them. Okay, once your diplomatic relations are in a good enough position, you can get them involved in a bunch of wars over here. Though maybe not all of them. In exchange for a military alliance. So get them involved in Musalon, Skull Smasher, Kazrak, Maybe not Kazrak. Maybe not the beer slings either. Though maybe it would be good to get them. Yeah. So Kazrak is a doable one. Push your luck as much as you can over here. Yeah, okay. So that's the one. And then make a military alliance. And voila, you have the Confederation button available. The reason they're willing to confederate. So that's a full stack of freaking troops right there. Ooh, this is good. Now, the reason this is all very much available here, and yeah, we can even take the freaking Skull Smasher, and gosh, that's a lot, my dude. Holy crap. I didn't think I would get that much. Like, geez. 4 Knights of the Blazing Sun. Holy moly. That is no freaking joke.
I am Prince and Emperor.
That is really no freaking joke. Now, some other things we can do over here. Well, beyond disbanding the troops we obviously have that we can't afford. I mean, both of these guys are nobles, so we kind of want to keep them. So yeah, a bit bankrupt, undeniably so, but geez, though that's like a freaking steamroll effect. Holy moly. Did Lowen just obliterate them? I suppose he did. Sell this to the dwarves. Don't worry about consequences. Grungzint.
So I can be done with them. All right. Lord Valiant. Azrek tribal. Whichever.
Yeah, some peace agreements as well.
Marauders all. Yes.
That is
All right. So.
insane already. We can go even further with all of this by giving Grunberg to Elspeth, making a military alliance with her, getting some money in return, then selling this particular settlement, and then giving her Carricknorn in exchange for Grunberg back. Which is absolutely freaking madness, I gotta admit. And now you're free to sell all of these barracks. I'd recommend keeping a barracks in Isleheart. And now we got 2 settlements over here that are going to a higher tier. I think I'm actually going to disband him right there. Kazrak will attack on the end turn, which isn't really a problem. To get rid of him. The reason it's no problem is the garrison of Altdorf can deal with a lot of stuff. Like, a lot. Far more so than you might believe. Now over here, do get rid of the swordsman.
I will marshal the men.
So Kazrak is going to provide us some nice funds right there.
Never complacent.
Although, at this point, we kind of want to use... Maybe we want to use conscription, but there's no reason to make use of that right now.
By the comet.
And just get some combination of outriders and handgunners, a decent amount. You can also get a second mortar if you want to. Actually, I'm just gonna recruit 2 outriders and a mortar right here. Get that mage level. Get that replenishment. Research with the warrior priest is increasing.
By the comet.
We can get rid of 1 Albavir. Like, yeah, I can't afford all of it. Not at the same freaking time. at least. But geez, that was something. Oh look, Isleheart is a heart here. Even so. Wish I could move Karl Franz. I will. I will. Because next up, we're going for Paravan. Oh, freaking heck. That is so damn absurd. You know, by the way, one fun fact about getting Marienburg so quickly. The quest to pick up Fyodor Bruckner requires you to... does require you to get a reasonably high tier settlement, right? We can also get more commendations. So even more population surplus. Make sure you use that population surplus benefit quite very often, because it is going to be an enormous benefit here. No fucking joke on that one. Holy crap. Gotta call it that. We can also beat up Orion if we want to. So technically I could run out of money, but I know Kazrak is gonna attack Altdorf right now. Why do I know that? Because I know what Kazrak does, and he always does this. So what do we do? Well, there's several choices after this point. You can divide your forces, and one goes in Bretonnia and the other one against Kemmler, and certainly a bunch of Knights of the Blazing Sun. There is no feasible way this army defeats this army, and yet Kazrak will always attack Altdorf. I've tried it modded, I've tried it unmodded. This is modded. But I have played an entire campaign where I fought every battle manually in this campaign as Karl Franz, and he still attacked it and lost as well. Like that's a thing. It's like he still managed to lose. Now the Greenskin armies here. Okay, ignore that. Because now that's so freaking ridiculous. Like no joke, that is genuinely this is also genuinely absurd. I'm not even freaking joking on this. But now we're free to start getting some income. Dear Lord.
I speak briefly. Orders received. Lord, you need Lord of Athel.
And because of the money that he gave us. Now, it is a bit of a shame you start with the trade agreement to those dwarves, because, yeah, I kind of want to wipe them out. So what happens here? Well, we move this army right here to the border.
It will be an honor.
We go to war against the Greenskins. There's some troops over here, to be certain, but it is, again, a very manageable battle. And we can go finish off Kazrak. We don't need to deal with these greens to just send this army YOLOing against the Greenskins. All we need to do here is just revive Midland. Because like Midland at this point, when you let them die and revive them, they will have no I'm kind of still stuck, I admit, on that freaking idea. Jeez, man. Oh, don't worry, we'll get Talabayam in just a moment. Freaking Festus, man. Oh, damn. That is something. So now, these Pistoliers here will go over there. I think we got enough cavalry, don't you? I'm gonna give some of it to Karl Franz, of course, because yeah, he could use a bit more cavalry, but damn, this is all like just proving incredibly absurd. One more turn until the next warrior priest. Now, the worst that the Greenskins can do here is attack one of the Selems, but here's the thing. They've lost, they will throw everything they got in that fight. Now, you might benefit quite a bit over here from going after Paravan, as opposed to letting Orion have it. The downside of that is you're leaving yourself exposed to Kemmler, but to be a bit honest on that subject, it's not really an issue. Money-wise, what do you do to get more money? I mean, I think at this point it's fair to say that you can, you can do a couple of things, right? In terms of declarations of war, if you so desire. Just pay attention to what's going on. Maybe declare war on Festus. Maybe that would distract Festus. I could have also, if I want to be honest here, I could have also sold this territory to the Greenskins. Because I could have sold Isleheart to the Greenskins. Instead of, like, building it up, I could have gone with that. But I think, like, one of the better options that we have right here would be to declare war against Orion. Though, don't get a non-aggression pact with them just yet. We don't want a non-aggression pact with them, because we do want to reclaim all of the Empire. And it's up to you how you want to handle the rest of it. But let me just show you, like, a couple of choices over here. I could just sweep aside over here, leave Bastan. Yeah, I think I would leave Bastan. And just instead go deal with Kemmler. Kemmler is certainly a harder battle, but, like, I don't think I need to tell you that Franz is just gonna obliterate the bastard in 2 turns flat. We can also use Requisition. Though, here's the thing. Elspeth does have control over that lovely bit of territory. And I would say we should declare war on these guys. Both of them. And let Elspeth sort them out. She'll get stronger from them and gain all of their stuff. I guess I could also make that that trade agreement, that non-aggression pact with Paravan if they are gonna get wiped out soon. Though they do have a tier 3 settlement, which could be useful. Turn 8, Kemmler decided he wanted to commit suicide by France. I'm recruiting some Outriders over here. They will be done relatively soon. I did send them to Talabayam, and now I can just click the Unify button. Pity I can't sell them Grunberg or half the freaking Empire, because that would be hilarious. But we did get Talabayam. We might lose it shortly after. It depends on how this plays out.
Yes, my lord.
But in this particular context, we're gonna need every little bit of help that we can get our lovely paws on.
I will marshal the band.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eliminate that particular army of Festus. It's easy enough. And we do have options, gentlemen. Oh, do we have options? So he's just a weakling of an Imperial captain. But we can get an engineer. Not really the best engineer, I admit. Or we could get an Lector. Let's go for that. But first, we also want to use... we want to use conscription, and we want to use commendation. So the Lector is going to get that Electrocount State Trooper.
Of course. Champion of the lady.
We can get the trade agreement with Bertonia. Because yes, as you might imagine, we do get more trade options. I did get a peace agreement with... I did get involved in a couple of wars, got a peace agreement with the Greenskins over there. Because, well, I've just got other priorities right now, right? Now, the chance of me defeating Festus is very freaking low, right? In a straight-up battle. But we don't need a straight-up battle to win here. All that we need is to just get enough done so we can just get conscription. And if we really want to go for it, we can get more stuff done. A lot more stuff done.
What do Sigmar's sorry
So get this non-aggression pact because it seems like Baston is just going to be wiped out. And declare war on Grom. It's not really going to be... He's not really going to be a much of a threat. Kemmler is gone. Suicide by Karl. So now we just throw every freaking thing that we got over here. Yeah, you got to feel about this particular army, but, well, boys and girls, you guys are freaking useless. So take that captain, actually, and disband the rest of the army. Because this army only has one particular purpose.
Who calls?
Fighting.
Now to the provinces.
Fighting over here. So, okay, we use that. And we don't have enough for the sake of... and we don't have enough for acquisition. Don't worry, though. We will get it. So Festus is not going to interfere in this situation. And because we're attacking the settlement...
Guided by Sigmar. For Helda. So?
Alright, more Electrocount State Troopers.
What orders?
So give it to him. Or... maybe Furbuck. Why not?
On it.
Let's just be nice a bit. Now, as stated, Festus is a formidable force. And we could even wait one extra turn over there. There are a couple of things you can do, though. To even odds, improve your chances, do quite a bit better than you might want. Get every item that you do have that you can throw. Inspiring Presence. And don't get me wrong, this would certainly be a difficult battle, right? I can't get the Electrocount State Troopers sorted out. I can't get the reinforcements sorted out.
Servant of the faith.
But, like, I can either fight this battle, or I can genuinely just wait one freaking turn.
Praise Sigmar, champion of the faith. To the provinces, to strengthen the empire. Going forth.
Because then we get the Garrison to help us out. We get what X, Y, and Z to help us out. So it isn't much much of an issue. And look, Festus could even run. Like, that's the thing to understand about this. He doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, we're just gonna YOLO it, right? No, he could just be like, I'm done. Let me run away. I'm finished. Let's see what he decides to do. Like, I believe that I could possibly win that initial battle with the forces that I have at my current disposal. But it certainly would be tight, and it's not necessarily, you know, something I want to do casually, right? But, like, with the Garrison, with the army on the field, even if he brings the reinforcements are not going to account for anything, right? So, it's like, yeah, it might have been easier in some way. I could have possibly marched directly on him, but regardless, like, this is a very winnable battle. As far as I see it. We do get the Ogre camp, so the disposable army that I do have is going to go march against that. Could have also sacked the settlement, pushed Festus to attack Talabayam. Like, regardless of how you choose to do this, you can do it. Essentially, that's my bigger point. I think we can wipe out Stirland here for good. Okay. Alright. I mean, I'll pay that. I'm willing to pay that.
Pick up the pace. Yes. By Sigmar's right. Why talk to you?
Okay, let's give him needling. Make sure you don't form a military alliance with Averheim, because if Vlad declares war, it's gonna drag you right in the middle of it. And there's the caravan showing up with my money. Yes, it does belong to me at this point. Peace agreements all across the board. You don't care about Musalan, really? Ooh. Interesting. Grom. Not a chance. Like, it's kind of hilarious watching the AI, like, march a bunch of, like, tier 1 units against an army, like, made up of this. Ugh. You know, Kemlar can be tricky because he can send multiple armies against you, but not like that. That won't win. I'm sorry. Like, there's no freaking chance. Yeah, take the Blackstone post, build a barracks. Actually build this, because you don't necessarily want to give the dwarves that barracks, just because it wouldn't be particularly useful for them, right? So it's like kind of whatever. But yeah, take this particular settlement. Oh, right, Beastman. Sorry, forgot. So now we can just reset all of this. Get all these troops sorted out. I could get the great swords here, but I think I'd rather... the thing about great swords, I think I would really rather have them on Karl. Gonna get rid of a pistolier unit, though. And yeah, more stuff to be built. However, remember...
Indubitably.
Noble. Faster construction time. So you do want to build that. Mages, Reichsguard, maybe. Oh, don't get me wrong, money is certainly something else in this campaign to play around with, right?
Praise Sigma. By the comet, moving off.
Yeah, I'm gonna disband him. Can't really afford him.
Valiant Lord. What does the Emperor...
But we can get money through various diplomatic acts. And you know what? I could even leave him alive. Right here. I could even leave him alive, get a bunch of this money, and when he shows up full strength, again, because he will, we can just, you know, deal with him. The dwarves might also wipe out Bastan, so you kind of don't care about that, right? Bastan is not important.
Ready. My inventions
So just build all of this up. If you want Reichsguard, sure, go for it. Personally, you know, I would start thinking about income at this point. Just a perspective. Just a particular perspective on that. Certainly not the only one. We don't need the grove building. And we don't need this either.
Direct me.
Just get that Hearthstone sorted out. We do want to start saving again, but that depends on how things play out. But now we get Lord Recruit rank, growth in all provinces. And we're also going to get another quest battle soon enough.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Which will solve our freaking economic calamity that we're marching towards.
I am not. Go on then.
Not sure how I feel about the Fey Enchantress, but I guess, you know,
Yes?
can work out.
My hand hovers close to my blade. Utter your demand before I raise it.
Azray.
The Empire.
I guess I could just, you know, build... Nah, let's just sell it.
Make your offer and be done. Empire's blessings, yes.
It's not worth the effort.
You need me?
Only true vengeance.
Order?
Repel.
Mind you, I would rather... Oh, you know what, Vlad? I'll take you up on that.
By the comet.
So this... So that army in particular, though... The kind of problem that we do have right now... Okay, get rid of the fat ogre boys. Get rid of the regiments renown. We don't need any of this. We just want to make sure we survive another turn.
Tools of judgment ready. I command here.
So we can't really afford
Ready. Move.
all of
What does
this.
the Emperor bid? Yes, a sound plan. Yes, my lord.
Yeah, dismiss him as well.
The nation calls.
The problem is without those capitals, our electric count state troopers are going to cost more. We can get the brass keep though to offset that. I just didn't want to spend the money reviving that
The Empire.
when there's other things to worry about.
Lord of Bretonnia.
Should I declare war on Bellicor?
Ready.
It would be a freaking annoyance if I did.
The dragon-blooded.
Oh, jeez.
Eat me. Your distraction will prove.
Well, as long as Consolidating holds, right? What do I care about? More cafe and caravans will be on their way, so it's like we can manage that. But right now, I'm certainly pushing the limits of what my armies can support. But not to worry, we can go wipe out Orion. Oh. Jeez. You know what the sad part is? I probably could have won that freaking battle. That is genuinely the sad part. Orion? Here? Okay, I'll take it. But yeah, like the siege battle that you saw over there could have timed better to be certain, but it's like it just would have worked a heck of a lot better. Fey Enchantress, what the hell are you doing there?
Imperials.
Yeah, I mean, they would have taken a lot of casualties regardless.
Magnus.
So now, we just march over here.
Attack.
Deal with Orion, who's really weird sometimes, I gotta admit. Did I lose that witch hunter? No, he is here.
Show me the accused. Sight.
It just kind of feels weird, let's just say that much.
Talk at me in your crude language if you must. I make no promises as to the outcome.
Yep.
All right.
You
Protector of the abductor.
I'm willing to surrender, to accept his surrender right there.
Just as I
Grom is coming for me. Whatever shall I do? But yeah, now's the point where you start spamming income buildings because you're gonna need them. We can get another war priest.
Our affiliation has been.
The forest calls.
Maybe I should have avoided getting that trade agreement right.
Anything for Sigmar. Honored to serve.
Regardless.
Lector.
I'm just gonna get a gunsmith over here. I'd rather they get guns than anything else. Money won't be an issue.
Get training.
But yeah, just keep picking up stuff up.
For the Empire.
Deal with Orion, fight the quest battle. Like, if he had the full army of Glade Guard, yeah, that would be a bit scary, I admit. But he doesn't have an army full of Glade Guards, so it's like he's a joke. Even though Wood Elf settlements are certainly quite formidable. No, Kalmaraz. Oh wow, I lost a unit of spearmen. Who gives a shit? Besides, Gotrek and Felix are gonna come up, so it's like just move this in here. Yeah, it's kind of one of those weird ones, really. Not gonna lie.
Now, weapon practice.
Okay. So that's essentially it. That's all you need to worry about in order to get Karl Franz into a dominant campaign position over here. Oh, scaling. Truth be told, there is time to deal with them. The reason I say that is because, look, I can do a couple of things. So first off, I put on call to arms. So let me show you how I deal with that. So first off, we need to get the general, right? Let's say, you know, Master Engineer, right? He's the best choice, gets the Strider attribute. We know we have at least 2 turns, right? They're not gonna land. They're not gonna be able to land an attack right now. That much is certain. So we do. So we do have this turn of recruitment. Now it wouldn't be ideal, but we can use it. So all you do here, in this situation, in this kind of context, it's gonna be costly to be sure, and that's kind of one of the reasons you do want to have a financial reserve. And not necessarily play it as, you know, fast and loose as I am with some of the rules. But here's how you would tackle it. First off, let's declare war on these 2 factions, get some money, possibly get some peace agreements in return, right? Taliesin is willing to submit. Barak Var is willing to submit. So that's a level of money right there that we can work with. We can also declare war on the Scabii right there. And that will be it for the moment. Although, you know, the better off things will be. Okay. So now, with that sorted out, here's what we do. We get all these regiments of renown, but not this turn, because we have the time. One of the things we can recruit in every settlement are archers. So because of all the settlements we have, we can get a bunch of archers for ourselves. Another thing we can get are, of course, some pistoliers in this particular situation, or a combination of these guys, spearmen or shields. And we get the regiments right now. So now in that situation, we can get that stuff very quickly. We won't be able to get Inquisition or Conscious Belly or anything like that, but we can use Commendation to level up stuff here.
For the Empire.
And maybe, you know, if I had it available, I would even level up other things. Get Pistol Core. So next turn, you know, just because, again, they're not going to attack next turn. They don't have the movement. So just pick up a bunch of stuff. Did I forget? Yeah, I did forget Leader of Men, but actually no, I didn't forget it. It's just like it's unavailable at this particular bloody point. Make sure you get Triangulation, Shield of Faith, Faith Bastion. Like, that's the nice thing about all the lovely, awesome abilities that Karl Franz has. That kind of flexibility to respond to these kind of threats across the entire board without any kind of, like, concern, if you will. Get some archers. Oh, that's useless. I'm gonna say that is freaking useless. Thanks, man. It's like that's great. It's like, oh, you get Fyodor Bruckner. Okay, where the hell do I get Fyodor Bruckner? Well, you get Fyodor Bruckner on the other damn side of the map. Because I got them, obviously, by completed the objective by doing the Galmaraz quest battle. There's another quest battle that I'm gonna get next turn, most likely, or shortly after, right? No, one more turn, so I'm gonna have to defeat Grom, Fae, Enchantress, all that kind of stuff, right? But yeah, like, if they take Helmgart, they're not gonna be able to hold it. So let me just show you what is gonna happen over here with the scalings. Because you are gonna have to react to these kind of threats, one way or another. The bigger concern over here with Helmgart is I'm gonna have to send Karl to take it back, which, yeah, not gonna lie, that's not particularly fun, but you deal with what you got, right? So yeah, it's like, ooh, we're gonna attack. The AI is so dumb. Like, even Helmgart was really stupid. Like, I'm gonna say it. Them attacking Helmgart was suicidal. Them attacking Uberstrike is, I don't know what to make of it. They really want that watt target. That's all I can conclude over there, really. Can't explain otherwise. They could have attacked Eilhart. Couldn't have hold them there, but no, let's attack Uberstrike. Maybe they didn't have enough movement range, so there should be enough movement range, but the AI does focus after armies that are recruiting. Make of that what you will. Alright, regardless. So, as you can see over here, they can't land here just yet. So, we're in a great position to dictate the course here. Now, of course, there is that Gotrek and Felix Bow that we do want to deal with.
Champion of the faith. So be it.
Okay.
Awaiting orders.
My hand hovers close to my blade. Utter your demand before I raise it. I will.
Late. What? None shall question.
Yeah, just keep getting these kind of agreements. Be careful how far you're willing to go. I can get a peace agreement with Grom if I really wanted to, but do I want to? No. Simply put, no, I do not. I do want Gotrek and Felix, though. Now, as for the Gotrek and Felix battle, I've gone over this 100 times. You charge with the cavalry, or you send Karl, Franz, or your mage. The mage probably has a Pegasus at this point. You send them. You send the mage to target. Let me just see this mage. No, he doesn't have a Pegasus, but Karl, Franz can go in there and distract the enemy. Yeah, I'm not necessarily surprised he doesn't have the Pegasus. He probably should have, but that's a different discussion. So, more regiments renown. So, because I have so many regiments renown, one of the things I could have done, should have done really, is put this army in ambush stance. And that way, they would land here near Gorsel. But with the moment they land, right, I just get a bunch of regiments renown and obliterate them in an open field battle. Because they can't win. That's essentially it, right there. Do I want Gotrek and Felix and Karl Franz's army? Or do I want to send them somewhere else? I think they're better served other else. Like, I know it's iconic putting Gotrek and Felix and all that in the same freaking army, but I'm kind of in the situation where I'm starting to think it may not necessarily be the best idea. So yeah. He provides. Now, I could have chosen not to go in Bretonnia. Oh, well, besides beating up Kemmler, right? Could have chosen not to get my ass involved in all of this. That was my decision. You know, I deal with those consequences however way.
Ever vigilant.
And yeah, now we can rebuild that. I think Karl can deal with... Like, I just want...
Hound of judgment.
Vlad, holy shit, damn it. Well, damn. Well, thankfully, we do have a couple of options, gentlemen. How would I deal with Vlad? Okay, here's how you deal with Vlad. You get a Witch Hunter, which is still a couple of turns away from being able to get higher level. But you get a Witch Hunter. You do have commendation every 2 turns. Right, so we do get that Witch Hunter, or we just wait 2 more turns until we can get freaking Elspeth and just obliterate freaking Vlad, because, yeah, he doesn't stand a chance. Though, truth be told, that does take longer than that with Elspeth, unfortunately. But yeah, just get some Hochland long rifles and other benefits.
So many ideas.
But just a bunch of gunpowder units, essentially. Vlad will not necessarily or instantly declare war on you. So, that is it. You know, turn 11, we're in a dominant position. Very few things can stop us. You know, there's a lot more to be done here, sure, but it's like, we got money. We got only 2 entire provinces, but they're really good provinces. That's the thing. We get this. This is significant. I would be tempted to get rid of that and just keep, or just get rid of the Taliban one. Distance, could use it, but yeah, that is all for the moment. And just start giving aid to Elspeth and confederating her eventually. Also, you may want to pick up Conclave of Light and Emperor of the Empire later on. Would take me about 20 more turns to, you know, sort out Festus, Vlad, etc. Or 10 more turns, really. Like, in 10 more turns, half of this would be mine. Or belonging to Elector Counts that have it purely because I want them to have it so they can grow up their settlements so I can confederate them later. Like, this is one of the things to understand about Karl. You say you may not have the same income as other factions, but you save so much money in the long term by taking these settlements, like taking Midland, selling it to Midland, getting fealty, and then confederating them. Like, they'll build up faster and cheaper than you, and then you get all of it. Like, sure, maybe not all the structures are what you want, but damn, that's tens of thousands of gold you are saving there. So, yeah, your pocket change may not be as high, but you certainly are not going to lack for money here. Kosin Sanyat.